Hey friends, it's Lois here. If you've been using ChatGPT but only type a few prompts and stop there, you're missing the real power of this tool.
Today, I'm going to show you the three main levels of ChatGPT: chats, projects, and custom GPTs.
By the end of this video, you'll know how to organize your work, build your own mini assistant, and get results way faster. So grab a notebook.
Because you're about to start using ChatGPT like a pro, even if you're brand new. Let's start with the simplest level: chats. Chats are what most people think of when they open ChatGPT. It's the regular conversation. You ask a question, it answers. But here's the thing: chats are not connected to each other. Every new chat is like starting a fresh notebook page, but it doesn't remember what you did in another one.
For example, if I'm brainstorming marketing ideas in one chat and later ask it to write an email in another, it won't know my business name or goals unless I tell it everything over again. So, when should you use a chat? Anytime you want a quick answer, brainstorm, or experiment without a bunch of background info. Think of it like sticky notes for your ideas. Easy to start, easy to toss.
Tip: name your chats clearly, like HVAC, video ideas, or Facebook ad copy. That makes it easy to come back later and pick up where you left off.
Another thing is that when you run out of space in your ChatGPT for a thread, kind of have to throw the whole thing away. In the next level projects, you can throw away just specific conversations. So when you run out of space, you don't lose the whole project detail. So, which brings us to the next up, the middle level, which is projects. Projects are newer and they're a game changer. They let you organize multiple chats, files, and notes around one topic. So instead of having 10 random chats about the same client or idea, you keep them all together in one project.
So if you upload your business plan, it can write your next blog post or ad based on your language and goals. For students, that might mean uploading a history study guide. For business owners, it could mean uploading a product catalog or service list. Projects help you work smarter, not start over every time.
Let's click on projects here. So here's a great example of using just chats. So if you have a small term project, like my assistant was creating a t-shirt for a festival, then you can see that he went through a lot of different combinations and to come up with what he really liked. And so that's where a chat is really good because that's not something you're going to build on possibly later. Let's look at projects. In my Giant Builders project, this is my podcast, which I would love to have you visit my podcast. But each one of these threads is an episode of that podcast. So when I go in, I will give the project, I'll let it know what the name of the speaker is and the YouTube link, and then I'll share the transcript to that episode. Then it knows that I have my promotional package, so it'll automatically create varieties of YouTube titles, a thumbnail title. It'll give me a description, a timestamp, tag words, quotes from that episode, a Facebook post, and a promotional email. Then, once I have all of that done and I go back in and I create the shorts, I can come back to this particular thread and tell it what the topic is for my shorts. And it already has all this information from this particular episode. So then it can give me titles and descriptions and tag words for each of the shorts, which saves me a ton of time. Whereas if I was using a chat, I would have to reload all this information to get the information for the shorts and videos. So this is the biggest benefit of projects. Another one that I have is my JFT one, in which case when I start a new project, I have different files that I load. So with JFT, I have my avatar, my details about my company, my details about my services, and also some personal details about me that help it build my voice. So those are things that we can go into in more detail in another video. But what it will do then, I can then ask it, so it has all this information about my business. So then I can ask it for video scripts, or I can ask it for emails, or I can direct it with each one of these threads to new information, and that helps it stay consistent with my voice. All right, now for the advanced level, custom GPTs. This is where things get really exciting. A custom GPT is like creating your own version of a chat GPT, trained for a specific purpose. And there are several other custom GPTs that you can actually select from too. So let's take a look at that. So you'll see that there's GPTs up here. So you can explore the options. These are different ones that people have already created and they've shared. So you can go through this and see if there's anything that helps you with whatever project you're working on. To create a GPT, you go up here to the top right and you click create. Something I've been wanting to make, and I'll go ahead and do that now. So I want to create a custom GPT that will give me video ideas each week that I can make for your benefit. How about that? Okay, so we're going to create this custom chat, and I'm going to add some files. All right, once you go into create, you're going to click on the configure, and it'll actually let you create a little photograph for this. Just kind of gives you a little reminder of what it's going to be. All right, so this is we're going to give it a title, my weekly video idea list. And then a short description. My instructions. So I wrote down for my instructions, I want you to create a weekly list of 10 video ideas that I can create for my YouTube channel. I like the style of Alex Hermosi and Wes McDapp. Create videos that are filled with information to help my followers and potential clients. Look for gaps that are being missed in other videos. I want you to email me the list every Friday. And then I loaded up some knowledge pieces. So I have like my avatar list, my voice as far as like an information sheet about me, some DNA concepts for me. And then I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chat GPT-5. It gives you some options there as well. All right, so then we're going to give it a little test here. I asked it to give me the first list of video ideas. It's Friday. All right, so let's see what it came up with for me to work on this weekend. The real reason your local business isn't showing up on Google, how to fix it in 15 minutes, stop wasting time on social media, the 3 AI tools that do it for you. Your website doesn't need to be fancy, it needs to be findable. From busy to booked, how AI can help you choose the right jobs, not more jobs. The local SEO methods is killing your leads. How to compete with chains when you don't have their budget. Oh, that's something that I was always dealing with in my younger years. Why your Google business profile is more powerful than your website. Meet the local business who got 3x leads in 90 days without posting more. AI for techies, how to use it without losing the human touch, and what happens when you finally work on your business, not just in it. So those are great ideas. So I can then take this and I can have it explore what the potential is for the content of that video. So it can actually write out all the content for the details or some bullet points so that I can create those videos. And so now I have this set up, and every Friday it will have a list ready for me to consider for my YouTube channel. So it's like having an assistant that's doing the research for you. while you're sleeping, or just knowing that when I come in on Friday, that will be there and ready for me to work on.
So let's do a quick recap. Chats are for fast conversations and quick ideas. Projects keep related chats, files, and context organized. Custom GPTs act like personal assistants built around you.
Once you start layering these levels, ChatGPT goes from being a smart notepad to your digital coworker. Now that you understand the levels, I challenge you to try them out. Start a new project for something you're working on, maybe your business, a hobby, or a class. Then explore a few custom GPTs in the store and see what inspires you. And when you discover something cool, share it in the comments. I'd love to know what you built or learned. If you found this helpful, hit the like button so others can find it too. I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive into building the detailed information to share with your chat.